The sound of nighttime birdsong can elicit a diverse range of feelings in listeners. When it takes place during a full moon or at midnight, it has the potential to be unsettling and even creepy. However, if you are enjoying the song, it has the potential to be calming and warming. In this video, we will discuss the spiritual significance of birds chirping at night, as well as look at several different reasons why birds do this behavior. But before we start, please share the love and subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you're the first one to our new videos. You're watched over by a guardian angel. Angels are known to frequently communicate with us through omens and portents, letting us know that they are guarding and protecting us. People who aren't in alignment with their guardian angel tend to ignore the majority of the signs that are sent to them by their angel because there are so many different kinds. Nevertheless, the sound of nighttime bird calls is one of the most important signs that your guardian angel could send you. This is due to the fact that nights are typically peaceful and quiet, making it difficult to avoid hearing birds making noise in the surrounding environment. People are sometimes visited by angels who appear to them in the form of birds. Having said that, it is essential to keep in mind that this sign could have a variety of interpretations, and therefore it may not necessarily be your guardian angel trying to reassure you that he has your back. Consider how you are feeling in response to the sound in order to come to your own conclusion. If you experience feelings of calm and warmth as a result of it, there is a good chance that it is your guardian angel trying to let you know that they are looking out for you. If, on the other hand, the sound of the chirping birds causes you to feel anxious and uneasy, then this is most likely not a sign from your guardian angel, and you should look for other possible interpretations of the sound. A message from the universe. Birds have played an important role in the religions and mythologies of many different societies across the globe because of their ability to carry divine communications from the heavenly realm to the people of Earth. It was possible for a bird to visit you at any time of the day. However, it chose the evening because that is when it was most likely to catch your attention. It's possible that the nighttime chirping of a bird is a message from another dimension. The message could have been delivered to you by God or by the entire universe, but only you can decipher what it says. There are a few different ways to figure out what the bird's chirping is trying to tell you if you have the impression that it is trying to convey some vital information to you. You could, for instance, take some time to sit quietly and reflect on the sound, or you could engage in in-depth contemplation. Check to see if any ideas or mental pictures pop into your head that might be able to shed some light on the message the bird is trying to convey. You might not receive an answer right away, but have faith that if the universe is trying to tell you something through the sound of a bird chirping, you will eventually figure out what it means. A message from a deceased member of the family. The fact that birds are among the few animals that are able to move between the human realm and the spiritual realm means that the sound of their chirping in the night could be an indication that a deceased relative is attempting to communicate with you. If this is a regular occurrence, then the likelihood of it occurring is significantly increased. If you think that this might happen, you should try to get a sense of the kind of energy that the birds bring. There is a good chance that the identity of the person who is trying to reach you through the message will immediately come to mind. Once you have determined who is attempting to get in touch with you, you should do your best to pay attention to the song that the birds are singing. You will be able to comprehend the meaning of the message if you pay attention to the birds' songs and feel them in your heart as you do so. Someone close to you has passed away. When you hear birds chirping in the middle of the night, it's possible that they're trying to tell you that a loved one has passed away. The significance of this sign is amplified if, in the nights that follow the sound of birds chirping, you have dreams about a specific person who you are familiar with. In most cases, these dreams are extremely clear and memorable, and they provide you with an opportunity to say your final goodbyes to the person who has passed away and find peace as a result of the experience. Even if no one has died, if the sound of birds chirping makes you feel uneasy, This may be a sign from the universe that someone you care about is in imminent danger or is about to pass away. If this is the case, it is imperative that you put your faith in your instincts and make certain that all of the people you hold dear are safe. For instance, make an effort to get in touch with relatives that you haven't talked to in a while by calling them or getting together with an old friend for a cup of coffee after a long time has passed since the last time you saw each other. A warning from the universe. It is possible that in-depth reflection will help you understand what the warning is about. However, it is also beneficial to discuss the matter with your closest friends or members of your family. We tend to have a myopic view of our lives, and as a result, we frequently fail to recognize something significant that is standing right in front of us. If the sound of birds chirping at night makes you uneasy, it may be an indication from the universe that you are the one who is in jeopardy. It is imperative that you do not disregard this sign, even if you are unable to fathom the nature of the potential threat that you are currently facing. Therefore, it can be helpful to interpret spiritual signs to get the perspective of another person who can see us from a different angle. It is possible that in-depth reflection will help you understand what the warning is about. However, it is also beneficial to discuss the matter with your closest friends or members of your family. We tend to have a myopic view of our lives, and as a result, we frequently fail to recognize something significant that is standing right in front of us. A sign of hope. Therefore, it can be helpful to interpret spiritual signs to get the perspective of another person who can see us from a different angle. The sound of birds singing in the evening can also be interpreted as a symbol of hope. This omen serves as a friendly reminder from the cosmos that things will eventually turn out the way they are supposed to, and that you should never give up on yourself. A sign of hope. When you next hear birds chirping in the night, take it as a message of hope and use it as motivation to keep going, even when life is presenting you with difficult challenges. When you hear birds chirping in the night, take it as a message of hope. Spiritual growth. The sound of birds singing in the evening can also be interpreted as a symbol of hope. This omen serves as a friendly reminder from the cosmos that things will eventually turn out the way they are supposed to, and that you should never give up on yourself. When you next hear birds chirping in the night, take it as a message of hope and use it as motivation to keep going, even when life is presenting you with difficult challenges. When you hear birds chirping in the night, take it as a message of hope. It's possible that your spiritual development can be deduced from the fact that you've noticed an increase in the number of times you hear birds chirping at night. It's possible that you're starting to become more open to the spiritual side of life, which is a step in the right direction toward becoming a whole person. Spiritual growth. It's possible that your spiritual development can be deduced from the fact that you've noticed an increase in the number of times you hear birds chirping at night. It's possible that you're starting to become more open to the spiritual side of life, which is a step in the right direction toward becoming a whole person. On the other hand, it's possible that you're about to set out on an exciting new adventure of self-discovery. Whether it is an actual trip to distant lands or the beginning of a spiritual or religious practice, travel can be a transformative experience. On the other hand, it's possible that you're about to set out on an exciting new adventure of self-discovery. Whether it is an actual trip to distant lands or the beginning of a spiritual or religious practice, travel can be a transformative experience. Now, let's take a look at specific bird species. Finding out what kind of bird is making that nighttime sound can provide you with important clues that will help you figure out what this sign means. The vast majority of bird species each stand for something significant, and it is essential to comprehend their symbolism in order to comprehend spiritual communications. Now, let's take a look at specific bird species. Finding out what kind of bird is making that nighttime sound can provide you with important clues that will help you figure out what this sign means. The vast majority of bird species each stand for something significant, and it is essential to comprehend their symbolism in order to comprehend spiritual communications. Robins, hope and rebirth. The sound of robins chirping at night is commonly interpreted as a symbol of hope and rebirth in terms of their spiritual meaning. This bird is the herald of spring and ushers in the season along with it, bringing with it a sense of liberation and optimism for the future. If you are currently dealing with challenges in your life, the sound of a robin singing at night could be a sign that you are on the verge of making progress and breaking through all of the barriers that are preventing you from achieving your goals. Mockingbird, innocence. It's common practice to view mockingbirds as representations of innocence and chastity. If you hear it chirping in the middle of the night, it may be a message from the universe, and it may have something to do with how naive and vulnerable you are. It's possible that you put too much faith in other people or that you're being taken advantage of. You alone are the only one who can decide what the true meaning of an ambiguous sign is. Mockingbird calls, on the other hand, can be difficult to differentiate from one another. They are experts imitators and are able to sing in a manner that is similar to the songs of other species of birds. For instance, the northern mockingbird, which lives in southern Canada, the United States, Mexico, and the Caribbean, is capable of learning up to 200 distinct calls. As a consequence of this, you have a good chance of mistaking a mockingbird for the chirping of another type of bird, despite the fact that it is actually a mockingbird. In any case, if the mockingbird wants to convey something significant to you, it will chirp its own special song, which you will eventually be able to recognize. Owl, bad omen. Hearing the hoot of an owl in the night can be a very unsettling experience because in many cultures, owls are commonly associated with death and unfortunate events. It may be a warning that you are in danger, and your guardian angel may be attempting to shield you from harmful negative energy or other forms of danger. It's also possible that this is a warning that someone close to you is going to pass away in the near future. The hooting of owls at night may also be an attempt to communicate with you on behalf of a close friend or loved one who has recently passed away. Finally, let's take a look at biological reasons of why birds might be chirping at night. Migration. The vast majority of bird species travel long distances twice yearly, and they do so during the night, when it is dark, and they can use the moon and stars as navigational aids. Chirps are the flight calls that birds use to communicate with one another and stay together in a flock while they are traveling long distances. Urbanization. There has been a significant increase in the amount of nighttime chirping that nighttime birds do in more recent times. The reason for this is that rapid urbanization brought about an increase in the amount of light pollution, which can cause the birds to become disoriented and drown in confusion, leading them to believe that it is already daytime. The circadian rhythm of birds is thrown off when they are exposed to bright light, such as that which comes from streetlights, digital billboards, and even fireworks, which prevents them from going to sleep. They will chirp even when it is not the appropriate time for them to do so. Nestlings. There are times when the young birds are the ones chirping late into the night. Baby birds make the same weeping or chirping sounds at night that human infants do. In point of fact, the majority of baby birds begin their chirping even before they have hatched, while they are still inside the egg. Share the love and subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you're the first one to our new video.